Will, thank you for joining us. Thank you for jumping in here. Jaden, thank you. Christy Scott, thank you so much for joining us. And the first one to jump.
Hallelujah International Radio Personal about the Lord Willie Smith, excited to be here today on WPSW Radio. We're going to make it do what it do. It's the number one internet station. I really mean number one. We're the first to introduce the world to the platform of internet station, the social media site. So enjoy what we have for you today. I'm excited because I'm all about making it do what it do.
Come on, join us. Come on. I'm waiting for y'all to jump in here so we can make it do what it do. We are one. What we do, we are one. We are one. We are one. Yeah. Woo. Hey. Annie, thank you. Wally, thank you for jumping in. Cora, thank you for jumping in. And Ligny, lovely Lynn, thank you so much. We are one. We want you to think about it. We are one. This is WBSW Radio, the number one internet station. Again, I am Dr. Willie Smith, excited to come before you. I have some awesome topics to talk about today. We're going to focus on relationships. How much trauma are you bringing? We're going to treat you right. We want to treat you, so we're going to play something to lead up to treating you right.
Can't be living in it all alone. Listen.
Come on now.
Listen to what she has to say. Don't be so quick to talk about yourself. It'll only put you away. Cause a woman is sensitive in every way. You have to make her feel special each and every day. You got to treat her right. Oh,
special. I'm going to wrap it up right there and hold that spot right there. Today is a Dr. Lowe Show, the real relationship talk show with no filters. We're excited to come before you. We have an awesome title of the show, Relationships. How much trauma are you bringing? I want you to take an opportunity to think about that question being asked. Are you bringing trauma to the relationship that you're involved in? And it may be the reason why you can't find a healthy relationship, because relationships are reflected. We want you to be a part of this show. Go to the website, which is WVSW Radio, the internet station 23.wic.com. You can chat with the host by joining us on as a guest on StreamYard. And the link for StreamYard.com is ISHXYX3. Check us out, and you can either type in StreamYard.com, WVSW Radio, and it'll populate the information. Share your opinions, stories, and example with me live, along with the world, on Facebook.com, Big O Live, and TikTok Live. And the handle is Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith. Instagram, we're partnered with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. We're really excited because they have played a major part in what we're doing. So we talked with them and said, can we use your IG to present what we're doing through our network? And they said, yes. So Z Squad Greenville, 1981, Super Live, WVSW Internet Radio, Tango.com, and that's WVSW-radio-14059. Twit at Dr. L. D'Alberto 2017, and our YouTube channel, The Smithway Enterprises. We're excited to bring this live to you. You have a chance to type in your comment because we're interactive, and we're really excited about being here and given this opportunity. We're thankful. It's a vision from God, and we're just bringing it to you. And hopefully something can be gained when we complete this task today. We also want you to know that our on-demand episodes, audio only, are available on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify, and Amazon Podcasts. Go to each one of those, type in WVSW Radio, and it'll populate all of our shows that we have posted. Now, every show hasn't been posted. Particularly, they normally take about 48 hours before we can get them posted on there. So we're running, because we have them every day, so we run a little bit behind. We're going to pick and choose some of the shows that we make sure are posted immediately, and then we'll come back and post all of them when we have a chance. WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station, have listeners and watchers in 57 countries and on 6 continents. You can register for WVSW Radio giveaways where we raffle off hotel stays that we are paying for out of our pocket. We're excited to be able to pay for a 3-night, 4 days, 5 nights, 6 days hotel stay, luxury hotel stay, internationally, domestic, as well as we're making sure that we just pass you a little goodie when you get there if you're the one and your name is raffled off for that hotel stay, either 3 nights or 5 nights. So truly, it's a blessing to be able to give back. But besides that, we have gift cards, gas vouchers, food vouchers. We have we have car wash, which is a $75 detail that we're giving away. We also have a chance for you to go to the movie too. book bags, other novelty items that we have and we give away. We're going to have D9 Hero things we're going to be giving away from the business that I'm working with to make sure we have, and that's Elegant International Greek Apparel and Jewelry. We'll have some items here we'll be giving away. You may not be in a Greek organization. Your name is pulled and we raffle it off. You can give it to a friend as a gift, a family member, or in essence, you may decide to go into if it's a sorority or a fraternity, one you choose as a male and as a female. As we move forward, we want you to be able to cash in. When I say cash in, we give away what I call love offerings. We give back. This is something out of my pocket. I don't mind giving back to you. If you register and give us a means of transaction, one of them, Bitcoin or Cash App or PayPal or Venmo or Zelle, you can send that information, your name along with one of those, is to LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. We're excited because as we sow a seed with you, we want you to sow a seed with us. Sow a seed of $1. All we asking is $1. $1. You can sow a seed with WVSW Radio by Cash App, and that's LORENZAD as in David SMITH as Lorenza D. Smith, or using PayPal LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. WVSW radio station excited because we ask you to show your report, show your support by monetizing through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Bigo Live, Super Live, Tango, and YouTube television. You have a mechanism set up that said monetize, select if you want to be the number one giver, if you want to purchase a badge, flower, star, a like, a heart, a diamond. You can do either one of them, or you can subscribe and join us for $5.99. You can join us on Instagram as well as on Super Live. You have an opportunity to be a part of it. So we want to make sure you're a part of it and you can get connected with us as soon as possible. Show title for today is, just remember, when we're talking about the Dr. Lowe's Show, the real relationship talk show with no filter, we're not putting in the punches. We're going to let you see, you can draw the conclusion. And our title is Relationship, How Much Trauma Are You Bringing? And I want you to take an opportunity to kind of think about the relationship I've been in the past. Have I brought trauma? Because I never completed the healing process. The trauma I encountered when I was a child. I have the fear of abandonment. I have the fear of belonging. I have the fear of love. I have just a simple fear of just being in a relationship because I do not want to fail. So you bring certain traumas. You might have been in an abusive relationship where there's some physical abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, spiritual abuse. We had some mental abuse. See, all of these come. Every time we talk about a relationship that is abusive, we just want to focus on the physical part. But the one that sticks with everybody, yes, you'll be physically, you can be maimed or even killed. But if you were living and you've been through an emotional abusive relationship, I tell you that is a tough one because you always going to remember how people make you feel. You always will do that. And that be a trigger. You just can't remove that from you unless you seek the support through counseling and counseling therapy and whatever it may be to make sure you are healthy enough to be in a relationship. If you're not healthy, and you need to ask yourself the question, why am I in a healthy relationship? Your healthy relationship does not only apply to just romantic, it applies to your family, your friendship, your organization, your workplace, your church. See, you need to be able to function healthy in each of these settings. So if you have trauma that not allow you to do that because you never healed or went through the healing process. It's amazing. I always quote one of our co-hosts that joins us on this show from time to time, and that's Pastor Eddie Pratt. He's a relationship strategist. And what he does is he takes an opportunity to talk to individuals about strategies to have a healthy relationship. A lot of time we run into these situations where we already think we have the answer and we don't want nobody, don't need anybody to help us. But the truth of the matter, you need to seek as much professional help as you can. And as a relationship strategy, he always shared, as he talked on this show, don't go into a relationship where you never heal. So you haven't healed from the previous relationship. We hear this saying a lot of time about baggage. People bring it back. They identify that to a couple ways with a couple things, thought process. But the truth of the matter, the baggage truly is the healing process that you may not have went through to correct the abusive situation, because you develop skills from that abusive relationship that you bring into a new relationship if you never seek professional help. See, the skills that you bring, we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the things that can be identified as relationship trauma. And I want you to just take a minute and think about, how would you define relationship trauma? What does it mean to you? As we slowly look through this process, we want to make sure we understand that relationship trauma refers to emotional and psychological harm, abuse caused by harmful experiences within a relationship. Have you been in a relationship like that? It doesn't matter. It was 15 years ago, 20 years ago. If you never healed, you're going to bring those skills that you learn because of your consistency being in that environment with you. We are a product of our environment. We learn from our foundation, and a lot of times our foundation is our environment. What we encounter as a child, and if it's positive, it works in your favor. If it's negative, if you never correct it, it's going to work against you. So you have to make sure you understand that relationship trauma refers to emotional. See, one of the things that we always talk about when we relate to relationship and the failure of the relationship, matter of fact, I saw this today on a content, said the reason why that relationship wasn't successful because the person was emotionally unavailable. See, a relationship can work if you emotionally connect. That means two healthy people emotionally who are mature and stable enough to be in a relationship. But if you are emotionally unavailable, you're not going to be successful in a relationship. If you have psychological harm that happened to you as a child or a young adult, and you bring that into your daily life, you're going to have to be able to adjust by getting some kind of help. When you're talking about psychological, you're talking about your mentality, thinking about your feeling. Is it positive or negative? See, that's one of the things we got to be able to understand. So when we say relationship trauma, we know that those two well-being, emotional and psychological abuse, harm caused by harmful experience within that relationship. This harm can stem from various sources, including emotional, physical, verbal, sexual abuse, infidelity, betrayal, neglecting that person, or significant breach of trust. See, let's go back and look at each one of them. Emotional, you are not available. You are unable to be mature. You operate on feelings instead of operating on thinking and believing. When you talk about physical, you get angry and you lash out and physically touch people. You harm them, hurt them, humiliate them. And sometimes you get the worst side of it. We have to make sure we can control. Verbal, your words are powerful. People have to keep in mind what you say can cut to the core of another person. When you are upset because things don't go your way, you become the person who become a master of what we call sign language. And the acronym of sign, S is you like to shame people. The I is insult them. And the G is make them feel guilty for even sharing their thoughts with you. And then you have the N, which is a need to be right. And I want y'all to take that thought process and think about, am I shaming people when things don't go my way? Am I insulting them, calling them what they are, something that they deep down inside them when they know they're not, but you're calling them that because you want to insult them. Then you make them feel guilty for even having an opinion. See, we got a lot of people want to be right. I call them, they want to be the smartest, but they more or less want to be the more manipulative and dominant person in the room. And see, when they want to control things, they're going to say things to try to make you back down. See, so they make you feel guilty. Guilty for even saying anything. Guilty for even saying that this is what I believe in. See, we all are not the same. And we have to make sure we put ourselves in a position that we understand others. And a healthy relationship is just not you, but you have to be healthy and have a healthy relationship with yourself, even if you've been through trauma. You have to go get the healing process into play. Then you can come to a point where you say, I feel because I did the work, that I'm healed, that now I'm ready for a healthy relationship. See, a lot of us won't take time because we are emotionally unavailable, physically abusive, verbal and sexual abuse. We commit infidelity. We betray the people that we love. Then we neglect those people. We say we have the time and the energy, but we can't give them time and energy or effort. Significant breach of trust. If you can't trust yourself, you can't trust anybody else. But people show themselves in each one of those. But our problem is we always say it's too early, they can change. But when people show themselves, believe what you see. Because I'm telling you, more is to come. And when it comes, it's going to be hot. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be devastating. It could be a disaster. So we have to make sure we identify these various sources that cause relationship trauma. See, the impact of relationship trauma can be significant, leading to long-term mental health issues and difficulties in forming healthy relationships. Our goal, and everyone's goal, is to be in a healthy relationship, whether it's family, friend, workplace, romantic, organization, church. We want to be in healthy relationships. And if we are dealing with the trauma, we must identify our trauma and address it, because we know ourselves better than others. We know when things trigger us because we never healed from what happened in the past. See, the impact of relationship trauma can be profound. It can be very traumatic. It can be very costly. It can put us in a situation that may cost us our life. It's profound. And we need to be able to identify, see the signs and the symptoms to know when we are traumatically affected in our relationship. We're talking about long-term mental health issues. People don't realize there's people who encounter things as children. And as a child, you went through a lot. And you never was addressed because your parents didn't believe you need to. So they'll say, he'll grow or she can grow out of it. But you don't grow out because you know what? when it's traumatic, you don't forget. And you may not show people, but when something triggers you, your response as a child in the ages of up until 18 will be different as an adult. So we need to make sure we recognize the impact of relationship trauma. It's profound. This leads to understanding the key aspects of relationship trauma. See, we need to know what are the key aspects. One of them is harmful experiences. Relation trauma is characterized by harmful experiences within an intimate and significant relationship. Psychological impact. These experiences you go through, no matter what age it was, causes psychological distress and can negatively impact your mental health. Long-term effects. The trauma can lead to a lasting consequences, including difficulties in trust, intimacy, and self-esteem. Various forms of relationship trauma. Relationship trauma can manifest in different ways. Again, emotional abuse, physical abuse, infidelity, or abandonment. No limit to romantic relations, not limited to romantic relationships. Some people think relationship trauma only applies to romantic. I have mentioned the various forms of relationship you go through from day to day. By not being limited to just a romantic relationship, we always associated with romantic partners. Relationship trauma can occur between family, friends, and other significant individuals. Trauma bonding. Some relationship involves a cycle of abuse and positive reinforcement. Leads to deeper emotional attachment, known as trauma bonding. See, you're with that person and there's so much trauma. You show the skills and your belief that you can't operate without that person. Then you're talking about trauma bonding. It makes you difficult. It makes it difficult for you to leave. Some people don't realize that someone has been in an abusive situation, whatever it may be, for a period of time. One day is too long, but it happened to be longer than that. You feel like you can't live without that person. You become bonded with them. What you see them do is it because you believe you've done something wrong. When the truth of the matter is that person has a problem. They need to be checked out. See, they can't check in. They got to be checked out. So what we want you to understand that each one of these are aspects, key aspects of relationship trauma. There are some examples, and we like to talk about each one of them. We talked earlier, mentioned them up there, but we want to go a little bit detailed. Those examples first start with being the most common examples are emotional abuse. Using verbal attacks, belittling, or manipulating to control a partner. As I said, we always hear the abuse was physical, but emotional abuse leads to manipulating you to the point that you're in control by someone else. Verbal attacks, always putting you down, always saying you're not no good. You come from a family that wasn't no good. See, these people know how to belittle you. So emotional abuse sticks within it because your memory is where you see something, experience it, and it attaches itself to the lower part of your brain where you remember it when something triggered you. Physical abuse involves physical force or harm. Sexual abuse involves non-consensual sexual acts. Infidelity, you call cheating, is a breach of trust. That's the key thing you got to remember about infidelity. It's a breach of the trust that you have for that person. See, that breach of trust through cheating and other forms of dishonesty, abandonment. A lot of the individuals at a young age fear abandonment because they was left alone. What we have to realize, that goes into adulthood. If you don't address it, then you'll bring it into the relationship, regardless what type it is. You don't want to leave. You'll do anything to keep them around. Abandonment. See, when your partner know you in the sense of trauma dealing with abandonment, they always threaten to leave. They always talk about cutting contact with you. Better know it's ghosting you. See, they do that without an explanation. Neglect. This is a failure to meet partners' emotional and physical needs. We have to work hard to understand those examples of, give me a chance to jump back on, okay? Those examples of how people would neglect you. See, they intend on meeting your emotions, so they're emotionally unavailable. And you have to have a connection when you meet people where you feel comfortable that your needs will be met. Physical needs are important. Your intimacy through the physical touch is important. And we have to make sure we're not allowed or put in a situation where we're abused. Give a shout out. This is Tawanda. I'm going to give you a wave. Member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Thank you, Sarah, so much for joining. That's some other folks in there. Dogmatic just jumped in here. Thank you so much. We got Popey. Thank you so much. Bottom Booty Biddy. Thank you so much for joining us. We also want to get a hi to Alexis. Thank you so much. Holly. Thank you so much. The last one that's so important. Gaslighting. Do you know that a lot of people try to gaslight you? Like they said, blowing smoke up my butt. Or they peeing on my leg and tell me it's raining. They're gaslighting you because they're trying to manipulate you into doubting your own reality. Manipulating you so you can doubt your own reality. You should know your reality. But that's the way they want to be in control. So we have to take each one of these common examples, look at them and see if we are encountering that or even we're doing that to others. We may be unavailable for a healthy relationship. We may not be fit because of emotional, physical, sexual abuse. Because of infidelity, we can't control ourselves. We have to have as much in a me first world, be a selfish people that we got to get more and more and more. Abandonment. Some people will do anything so that person or their partner, mate, won't abandon them. Partner know that and mate know that, they neglect you. And then they gaslight you. Let's give a shout out to one of our sponsors. Give a shout out to get stuff pop up here. We'll give a shout out to Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama.
Come join me at Mary Ruth Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. I'm excited to be there because it's the best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama, located at 261 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. Come and visit and talk to the coroners. That is Marvin Smith and Katrina Roper Smith. You want to give them a call, you can at 334-549-0950. If you want to go to Facebook and check them out, you go to Marvin Smith and also Katrina Roper Smith. Oh, it's a ball going on down there at Mary Ruth Restaurant.
Go check them out. Southern Cooking by Southern People. It's awesome to join them at 261 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. The co-owners are Marvin and Katrina Smith. They're doing an awesome job providing the community with a home-style cooking setup. So go check them out or give them a call at 334-549-0950. Again, 334-549-0950. On top of that, you have a chance to go to Facebook, type in Marvin Smith, and populate his information. He also posts meals of the day. And Katrina Roper Smith has a site as well. Type connect that way. DM and have a chance to talk to him. We got 702_Julio. Thank you so much. We have Roman. Thank you so much for joining. The user. We have Spray. Okay, Sora. Thank you so much for joining us. As we move forward, we want to talk about signs and symptoms of relationship trauma. There are many signs and symptoms, but we're going to focus on a few of them so we can continue to move the platform and move the agenda. The first one is avoidance forming new relationships. You run into someone who don't want to be in a new relationship because they hadn't healed from the previous one. Difficult trusting others because they've been in a situation where infidelity occurred. I run across and speak to some people and they talk about their previous person. And I heard this out of several people saying that that person cheated on them with their best friend. See, these are difficult situations that allow you not to trust the next person. I always said, I'm not going to be collateral damage because of what you incurred in the past. Go get some help. Seek the help you need. Depression and mood disorder. Many of us fall into depression. Our mood swing at a drop of the hat. Struggling to form healthy relationships in the future. So you're going to struggle because you don't understand what traits and characteristics to have a healthy relationship. Emotional numbness of detachment, better known as unavailable. See, for a relationship to be successful, you have to emotionally connect with your mate, partner, and your family, your friend, whoever you're trying to form a relationship with. You have to emotionally connect. You cannot be numb. You can't be detached from that person. Increase anxiety or fears. We'll talk about so much stress leads to anxiety, then it creates a fear in you. The fear of being loved, the fear of abandonment, the fear of belonging, a fear of just having people around you, fear of being alone, fear of failure. All of these things comes into play when you have experienced stress, anxiety, and fear. Self-blame and guilt. See, this is a sign of relationship trauma. You blame yourself because you was told in that abusive relationship, you're the reason why I'm putting my hand on you. You're the reason why I go out and I commit these acts of infidelity. You're the reason why. So now you taking the blame, you're going to self-blame yourself, and they making you feel guilty for allowing them to do that. See, you really allow them because you got to cut them off at the knee. Impact of self-esteem. We need to make sure we put ourselves in a position that we feel positive about ourselves, so our self-esteem will be high, not low. A person that's a manipulative person, a person who wants control, seek people with low self-esteem. They seek it. It's a heat-seeking missile trying to find that person who have low self-esteem because they can control them. They can manipulate them. See, when you have high self-esteem, you think positive of yourself. You don't let people come in your life and take control. You have to be working in a situation where we communicate effectively and openly, and we do things good and in order. Positive traumatic stress symptoms come into play. Post-traumatic stress symptoms. When you have been through this abusive, harmful relationship, if you never seek help, you go into the post-traumatic stress symptoms. Withdrawal from social interaction. You feel like people see you in a negative way, so you don't go out and you be among the others. Your social well-being is struggling. Difficulty regulating emotion. Have you been around some people, and I saw a couple of clips of people who had problem with their children where they had no control of their emotion, meaning their feelings, and they reacted to tearing up a business, and right there holding on to their son. And they said, well, son, son see mama doing, so I can do it as well. Difficulty regulating emotions. Hypervigilant and heightened sensitivity. You hypervigilant, everything just you dodging and dipping and dodging, you're trying to get away from. Heightened sensitive. You don't want to be around people because whatever people say, it hurts your feelings. And this is where you have a struggle and challenge. These are signs and symptoms that you got to be wary of. Then flashback or intrusive thoughts related to trauma. You thinking about what happened 25 years ago, and you become where you start including it because back in a part of your daily life. This is trauma. And you have to make sure you address it by seeking professional help. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor, L&T Stallworth Lawn Service.
Lawn manicure. Check out the experts with L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, owned and operated by Tony Stallworth. Their slogan is the manicure expert in South Central Alabama. If you need to call, contact Tony. The number is 334-300-7401, or go to Facebook and type in Anthony Stallworth. Check him out. Check out the lawn service. He's going to make you do what you do.
L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, Mr. Anthony Stallworth. He's the manicure expert of South Central Alabama. If you need your yard brought up to par where you can get the sign that said beautification in it, call Anthony Stallworth at 334-300-7401. We have to make sure we understand that it puts work in. If you can't do physically work to put it in, pay someone to come put the work in. So you'll have a beautiful yard like you're requesting and want to have. Truly, L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC. Check them out. You'll get a chance to make it do what it do. As we move forward, we want to focus on how does past relationship trauma affect your current relationship. We have talked about that. As I said, the co-host, Pastor Eddie Pratt always says, you can't go into a new relationship to heal from the other one. You must go through a full process, and it's not a timeline on it. When you try to jump the process and go into it, you're going to bring chaos and it'll be constantly some challenges which will impact a healthy relationship. So what we want to try to see is why those past relationship traumas affect that current relationship. And there are some signs that may manifest in various ways. It includes difficulty trusting. See, if someone have been less trustworthy with you, you do everything to not have that to happen again. You will not allow yourself to be trustworthy. You won't allow people to come in your life to be trustworthy. See, constant doubts and suspicions about partners' intentions or fidelity is difficult trusting. Emotional withdrawal, that's feeling emotionally disconnected or numb, even when the presence of your partner. Difficult trusting, that's doubting and being suspicious. Emotionally withdrawn, emotionally disconnected and numb. Is that you? Have your current relationship you attempted to get in have been impacted by past relationship trauma? Ask yourself that. Why I can't find a healthy relationship? We can find relationships, but every relationship you find may not be healthy. And you have to put yourself in a position that you see the signs and how they're coming at you, so you'll know how to deal with an unhealthy relationship. That's identifying the red flags and moving on. How do you overcome relationship trauma? First of all, therapeutic techniques like cognitive behavior therapy called CBT, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, better known as EMDR, psychodynamic therapy. It can help you understand and address how your past trauma affected your relationship and self-perception, supporting health, and healing so you can have better relationship skills. We have to understand how important it is to identify what is needed to overcome relationship trauma. Cognitive behavior therapy, better known as CBT. Then we have EMDR. Those two are crucial, that you have to take time to seek professional help so you can address it. How do you heal from all those things that you have heard today? Signs, symptoms, overcoming, affecting your past, your current relationship through past examples. We want to know how you can heal. See, healing from relationship trauma involves seeking support. You can seek family, you can seek friends, seek your pastor, seek an organization, but professional help is the best help for you, because your ideal is to gradually build trust in yourself first so you can do it with others. Healing from relationship trauma is a gradual and an individualized process. It may take me 5 years. It may take you 6 months, depending on how aggressive the support is. We have to believe that this process will be challenging. We have to have and understand the strategy that you will encounter or you can use to help you heal from relationship trauma. So you can build resilience as a strategy. Regain trust in your relationship by trusting yourself in your decisions and choices you make. Don't put yourself in a situation that has already shown you red flags. Promote personal growth and well-being. Understand your well-being. Be mature and stable in all your well-being. Because after you experience relationship trauma, there are some key steps to recovery. Seek professional support, which allows you to address relationship trauma. Typically involves therapy and support to process emotion, challenge negative belief, and foster healthy relationship patterns. See, through the healing process, people can experience improved mental health, great resilience, renewed sense of self-worth and connection. See, if you are experiencing or having experienced relationship trauma, again, make sure you seek professional help from a therapist or counselor, because it's beneficial that you do it that way. See, what therapy can do, help process trauma, develop coping mechanism, build healthy relationship. If you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, you have the ability to seek help by calling or texting 988. Or you can visit 988lifeline.org. You can get immediate support. Let's address the problem through seeking professional help. Practice self-care. It is crucial for healing from relationship trauma. It's mean prioritizing activities that support your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, like exercise, getting enough sleep, having a balanced diet, relaxing techniques such as mindfulness, deep breathing, yoga can reduce stress and promote emotional resilience. Engage in hobbies or activities that brings joy and a fulfillment. It also helps restore balance and self-nurturing. Set healthy boundaries. It's crucial for protecting yourself and nurturing better relationships. It means understanding your needs, limits, and values, and confidentially communicating them to others. This might involve saying no when it's necessary. The word no creates a lot of problems for people. Instead of giving the backlash of what the results of saying no, we will say yes, and knowing we're doing a disservice to ourselves. You can get over it when you're told no. See, expressing your feelings openly and standing by your decision, no matter of the sign language that's coming at you. Shame, insult, guilt, and they need to be right. You must put yourself in a position not to feel guilty or fear rejection. Establish boundaries and hold on. Hold on to the boundaries because it fosters a sense of safety and empowerment. Encourage mutual respect as well as an understanding about healthy relationships. Challenge negative thoughts These are strategies we are talking about. Challenge negative thoughts. Relationship trauma can lead to negative beliefs about oneself, others, and the world. That's like, because someone don't agree with you, you don't believe they're authentic or genuine because they're not going along with the group. You have to make sure you understand those negative beliefs don't control you. See, those negative beliefs can cause a feeling of shame, worthlessness, and distrust. Shame, insult, guilt, and a need to be right. See how if you go into therapy, you can help. That can help identify, as well as change these negative thoughts and promote more balance and compassionate perspective. Practice self-compassion and acknowledging your strength can also boost self-esteem and resilience after trauma. Build a social support network. I mean, having supported people around you when you validate your experiences and offer encouragement is vital to healing. It's important that we understand that we can trust our friends as well as our family members, or we can join support groups for survivors of relationship trauma. That's how deep it is. See, the relationship that's developed from trauma sometimes takes away the ability to have empathy, validation, and a sense of belonging, which can reduce feeling of isolation and strengthen your journey toward healing. Educate yourself, learn about trauma, and its effects can help you make informed choices in your healing journey. Explore books, articles, workshops, online resources on trauma recovery, the attachment style, and healthy relationship. Understanding how trauma affects your brain and your emotion can normalize your experience and guide effective coping strategies. Educate yourself on boundaries, communication skills, and what makes a healthy relationship. Can also boost your confidence, awareness, and future connection. I am Dr. Rosa D. Smith. This is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. Hopefully we share something on the Dr. Lowe Show, and hopefully we had no filters, giving everything to you. It was a lot. I hope it didn't scum you where you didn't get what you need, but hopefully one thing I said brought you into the right mindset that I need to be healed before I take this chaos and drama out into the world and have other people experience it, because they'll never forget you. You get upset because your order ain't right at McDonald's, Crystal, or any restaurant, fast food, or sit down. And then you show yourself, you're loud, you attack people, you're doing things that we see too much on social media. It represents various cultural and represent genders. We can say it don't, but when you post it, the world see it. Make sure you heal from your trauma so you can have a healthy, long-lasting relationship. God believes in having families and having positive relationships. First family created, as you know, is Adam and Eve. It didn't stop there. It's where we are today. So we have made it thus far. So if you know you have relationship trauma, go seek the right help from a professional, is a counselor, therapist, psychotherapist, to be the best version of yourself. Don't go into a relationship not understanding that your goal is to have the best presentation you can present. When you represent yourself, represent it with poise, represent it with trust, represent it with peace, represent it with joy, represent it with love. That's why you have to heal before you take your trauma into the world. He was also coming before you tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you all for taking time. I want to give a shout out because we got a little time to do that today, and I'm going to put a little music on. It kind of gives us a real good feeling, and hopefully it touches our heart, whatever we're playing. See, God has been so good to us. See, you can't allow people to not care. You must care so they can care about you. We had a saying in my career in education: children care when they know you care. So tell me if you still care as we give a shout out to the many individuals joining us. Tank, thank you for joining us. We have New York, Boar, LB, Fashion Fab, International. We have Sonia, thank you for joining us. We have Yota, thank you for joining us. Gladys, Labor, thank you. Cookie, thank you, Cookie, for jumping in here. We're going to say hello to you, Cookie. We have a user down there. Thank you so much for taking time.
Want you to have an awesome night. Be blessed and be safe. This is WBSW Radio, the number one internet station. I'm Dr. William B. Smith. Make it do.
Truly make it do what it do. But as we want to thank Jesus for giving us an opportunity to come before you, my Lord and Savior. I don't quibble about that. This has been good to me and my family and my friends. God has been good because I pray for each and every one of you. We want to thank him now. Justin, thank you over here so much. Yonaba, thank you so much. Sidon, thank you so much. Christy Scott, thank you. Tayo, thank you so much. Arthur, Grand Too Hard. We have a G number, thank you so much. We have, is that Blinky? Thank you. Audrey, Andra, thank you. You don't know? Yes, we do. All right, Billy Joe, me, Debra, Cap, Sat, these caps. I'll go with that. Maria, American Rocket, thank you. Jaquan, thank you. Cass, Dr. Tam, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. As Dr. Tam is joining us, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So Tam School, thank you so much for joining us. All right, we also have Shaba, thank you. That is Queen. Sped, thank you. Jeannie, thank you. Keep it on, thank you. Best, Apo, Tammy, Me Brad, thank you. KC Blue, thank you. D-Rod, thank you so much, D-Rod. Audrey, Gabby Crockett Queen, Anita Kawana, Andres B. Dippy, Kamala Harris. Thank you so much. Isa B. That's what it says. We also have Dubas. We have Zatzu, Caden, Excerpts, Trinetta, Renata. Thank you. Dana, Marco, Boris, Keisha, Angela, Alba. Say hi to Randolph. Thank you. ABS, TJ, Marlis. Thank you. Richard. Thank you. Richard Rico. Real Tony. Loyal. Thank you so much. All right. Joseph. Thank you. You got the real Tony Loyal. Darryl Williams, thank you, Darryl. Anti, thank you. One free man. DJ, Miss Holmes, Kelly Wett, Tiffany, Noah, Jeanette, Miss Anai, thank you so much. Larod, Asada Minister, Delhi, thank you so much. Madua, Hayden Babu, Experience, thank you. All of these individuals, thank you for joining us. And many others, we had an awesome time. And we're looking over here. It's Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us. It's good having y'all. Truly, as it said, I'm truly blessed. I'm thankful Jesus blessed me to be here and share this with you. And hope you ain't got any hate game, but because I don't have you. Because I love you from my heart. And as we get ready to close out, I want you to say and think about the trauma you've been through. Heal, heal, heal. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. Let's get healed. I want to say, I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it.